Hey, my people. This is Bobs and the Burbs, a podcast for table talks with Black owned business leaders who are shaking things up in suburban communities and using social media to help them do it. I am Ashley L. James, founder and social media consultant of ALJ Digital. On this episode, I'll be chatting with Chantay, owner of Sweetays, and she'll tell us how she uses Facebook to sweeten the world one treat at a time. Hi, Chantay. How are
Hi,
you?
Ashley. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. So happy to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Give me a glimpse of your journey, background, and inspiration for getting started.
I've been cooking for a long time. I've been cooking with my grandmothers in the kitchen ever since I was a child. Since I was little. We used to cook for the churches and stuff like that. So I've grown a passion for food from a very young, besides the fact that I like to eat, but from a very young age, I've learned and loved food. When I was 16, I graduated from Gateway Job Corps with culinary art certification and my GED at that time. Later on, I went and got a degree in culinary arts and one in business as well. I've always wanted to own my own business.
Mhm.
As far as I always wanted to cook for people. Always, I've always have cooked for people. Growing up, I was the cousin that knew how to throw some things together, even if it was little things. We would throw them together and make a meal. Like we would
Yeah.
have a feast messing with me. So, but I've always loved to feed people. I started this business in 2021 from my home, from my kitchen, and at my home, started making cakes and cookies and candy apples. I got a home processing license, which enabled me to do that from home. That following year, 2022, we branched off to the CCE, where I currently am still. I'm go to the farmers market there. I sell my products at the farmers markets there, as well as use their commercial kitchen to produce my products. We also have our food in the Taste of New York stores here in Broome County, and as well as the Welcome Center and the Southern Tier Welcome Center. Like we have soups and roasted nuts and stuff that's there now, and salads like potato salad, macaroni salad, those kind of things.
You got a little bit of everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. We do chips. I mean, I do custom cakes. I do donuts. I mean, pretty much everything. Being a chef, I just have a vast love for food itself. So
Mhm.
it's kind of hard to kind of keep me contained with like making just one thing. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm always doing something else. They're like, you're always doing something. I can't help it.
Yeah. It's like just continuous innovation. I love it.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. So beautiful. Okay, so how did you decide that you didn't want to just cook food for people, but you really wanted to make it into a business per se? Like, um, because it seems like both of those things were kind of there the whole time. You talked about wanting to cook for people, but then also wanting to own a business. But how did you decide to take it from just cooking casually to cooking as a business?
I've been in this area for 20 plus years. Used to work at the diner. Actually, that's like maybe 3 blocks from my house now.
Mhm.
Um, I had went in there one day. The lady, that she had bought it, and she needed help. So I was like, if you ever need help, just let me know. I'm across the street. I cook. And she wound up selling the place after she brought me in. I helped her out really well, or whatever. But she sold the place, and the person that I started working for, we literally just took the place from to boom. Like once we made that diner the number one diner in New York State, I knew it. When people would line up at the door, literally, we had to go buy the kids' cards
Mhm.
with like 1, 2, 3 on them, just so we could give to people so that they can wait. People used to go across the
Oh
street to the
wow.
park and wait a half an hour to get a table. We had to expand the building. Okay, we had to go through the
Oh,
wall to create another dining area space. I
that
have
is
a lot of followers
amazing.
now. I have a lot of my old customers follow me now and come
Mhm.
see what I'm doing now because they know me from the diner. But
Wow.
once I knew I was, I love to work and I love to, but making all this money for somebody else, I need to be making it for myself.
Yes, I'm with it.
Right, exactly. I said, well,
100%.
you got something going on here, girl. You better lock in. And when I started with the cakes, now baking was I could bake a cake, but like as far as cake designs and all that stuff, that was not something that I was like an expert at.
Hmm. So
Um,
how did you start getting your inspiration for that?
it was a friend of mine's having a their baby's first birthday, and she had seen the cake, and she was like, "Could you make this?" I was like, "I don't know. Let me see." And I wound up not even charging her for the cake. The cake came out beautiful,
Hmm.
but I felt that I was like paying it forward kind of thing for me at that
Yeah.
moment. Like it was like because she was like, I was like, "No, don't even worry about it." Like, because I don't know, this is my first time. I want to be,
Yeah.
giving and just from there just went crazy. From there
Mhm.
just went boom. I started making cakes. I was finding out that I knew how to do things that I didn't even know I knew how to do. This is
Yes.
how I knew that it was a blessing because I didn't know that I could design cakes the way that I do. I didn't even know I had that gift. So
Yeah.
that was something that as I was working, and kind of learning, like I tell you, YouTube, Google,
YouTube University.
what? I'll YouTube University myself to death, girl. Okay. But I'm gonna figure it out. I'm one of those kind of people that if I see it being done, I can duplicate it. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? I go get the ingredients or go get whatever it is that I need. And I'm gonna put what I remember what I saw in front of you. So
Yeah. I love
that's
that
how
because that's how you create those opportunities to stand out from everyone else that everyone else that's running a business that's similar to
yes.
yours. Like that's how you make it unique.
Right.
That's how we know it's Sweetays. That's not anybody else out there.
That's right. That's right. I'm one of a kind, baby.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Okay, so you touched a little bit on where you're operating from. Can you talk more about the name of your suburb and then what it's been like owning a business there?
Well, I'm currently located in the Southern Tier. Well, Johnson City, New York, considered
Mhm.
the Southern Tier, New York. Like right out of Binghamton. We have Binghamton University here, which is a really big college here. So it's pretty much like it's geared a lot towards college kids because
Mm.
it's a college town. It's got but there's still a lot of residentials and families growing here. Like I've been here 20 plus years. I've been able
Wow.
to grow tremendously. Like I got my first car here, got my first apartment here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I really grew here. I
Yeah.
really grew my kids here. They were birthed here.
Oh.
So this has become home. Originally being from Brooklyn. You
Hmm.
know, but in my early 20s, this was a quiet, safe haven for me. Like I came from the hustle and the bustle of New York City. The hood of things. I like to call it the hood of things. From the hood of things, and being able to come here, like when I first moved here, like literally you could sleep with your door open.
Mm.
You know,
Oh wow.
I wouldn't do that now,
Yeah, I know. I feel like none of us do that now. I
but
got my
no.
where you
That's
at.
just I did it. But you could do. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like this is one of those things like nobody would bother you. Like people would just, it was just right. And rent was like $300 for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Wow.
Right. But
That's
we
a
already know
huge
that's
difference from
20
where it is
years
today.
ago. That's 20 plus years ago. But being a business person here, I have to say it's tremendously beneficial. I mean, I have such a networking system and my
Yes.
resources are like amazing. Like I work with the Cornell Cooperative Extension. I work
Mhm.
directly with the Chambers of Commerce. Like I'm doing things with them. I'm doing like it's been amazing. We have the
Yeah.
Southern Tier Incubator here, and they help you with everything from everything you could. They did an accelerating course. Again, that's Sulamina. They had a 607 between her and the Southern Tier Incubator. They do a like crash discovery courses for you to kind of
Mhm.
like wean out what you really, your customers,
Yeah. And
how
really
to
figure
find
out
them,
how you want to move forward as a business,
right, right. I mean, they gave us tremendous like
resources.
opportunities and things, to
Yeah.
use, to utilize to help us become successful. So I cannot, this place is amazing here. And they
Yeah.
have embraced me and my business tremendously,
I love
tremendously.
it. I love it. Okay. So, speaking of those resources, I can only imagine that that's really helped you grow as a business. What are some of the accomplishments that you've had um, because of, the great foundation that you've created for yourself?
Well, Sweetays have been the business of the week for the Binghamton Chamber of Commerce. We've gotten the New York State Empire Award from the Senator Webb herself.
Wow.
We've
Okay.
gotten, we've won the CCE's, Cornell Cooperative Extensions, food, what is the name of it? I got stuck for a second.
No way.
um, it's sitting right there. The plaque is right there on my wall. I can't think. No, that was a Women of Food. Women of Food is an event that we do as well through the Cornell Cooperative Extension, and that's coming up. What is it? The Fresh Food Face Off. There it
Oh,
is.
okay.
And
I
what that
didn't
is,
hear.
because I work with the farmers market as well. I'm there every week.
Mhm.
What it is that they give you a meat, or unless you're vegetarian, or they give you a meat, a pork or chicken, and then they give you $100 stipend, and you
Mhm.
utilize it to purchase items from other vendors at the farmers market. So you can grab
Oh, wow.
tomatoes or fresh fruits or vegetables or maple syrup. Some people they sell liquor, some people sell wine. Like whatever you think that you're going to use to put into your dish that you can grab from a local vendor. So it kind of supports the local, the local vendors, as well as, embarks on the creativity of the chefs that, partake in the event.
Yeah, that
So
is really cool.
yeah, we won best chicken last year. So I'm kind of waiting to see what they're gonna give us this year. I don't know if we're gonna get pork or beef or whatever they're gonna give us, but whatever it is,
Yeah.
I'm coming for another plate.
Yeah, I know that's right. Oh, that's right.
Hopefully, anyway. To God, that's God's grace on my life. Like whatever He decides that that's for me to have, so shall it be.
Yes, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It is.
And a
It is.
great
It's
way to
coming
show
back
your
this year. It's coming back this year. It's gonna be a good time. I love
Yeah.
working with the CCE. They really do a lot of good things. Yeah, the Women of Food event is coming up. We did last year. That was the first annual. This will be our second annual, which it highlights women that utilize the commercial kitchen that I utilize as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about 4 or 5 of us that rents the kitchen space. So what we do is we come together and we bring. They sell tickets and stuff, and people come out and sample all the food. So
Mm-hmm.
this year they're gonna have it'll be all of us. You got like me, you got like Barrique Catered and Soul. You got a couple of different vendors doing different things.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have dessert vendors and stuff. And then you come out, you pay one fee. They have like wine tastings, and
Mm.
it's a really good time. It's a really, really good time.
It sounds like a good time. You got wine tastings, food
Yes,
tastings, a little bit of
yes. Listen,
everything.
they speaking my language.
Oh, exactly. Yes, mine too.
Hello.
I'm like, how do I go? Like,
Come on, girl. Come on. I'm right here in Johnson City, New York.
yes,
We'll
but
lock you in,
that means I
girl.
gotta get a plane ticket. I didn't even
You
know I was
do.
gonna have to buy a plane ticket today.
Let's go. I would love to have you here. I would
Aw.
love it. We would, man, girl, come on, come on. Come on to Johnson City. We'll show out for you.
I
Well,
love
I'm
it.
going to show out for you, girl. I'm going to show
You
out.
can say, oh, you the best. Okay. All right. So let's head into the social media side of things.
Yes.
So tell us about what platform is kind of your main platform that you really enjoy.
Well, right now I use a lot of Facebook. Facebook is my main social media outlet, I could call it. It's that's where I post all my reels and post all my food pics and things of that sort. I do utilize Instagram because everything I gotta have them linked, so everything that's on my Facebook kind of feeds into my Instagram, so
Okay.
that's good. Like with social media, as far as like I said, Sulamina Burns of 607 Support Black Business. She
Mm-hmm.
has a great platform here for the Southern Tier and Black owned businesses here. Like it's one place you can go and seek out from anything that you need to do. From a cake being made to construction work, to real estate, to anything that you can think of. And if you want to support a Black business, you can go on that page and look it up, and from people to do your hair. If you want to buy a plate, like it's there's a little bit of everything going on there. So that's a great platform that, one of the social media platforms that I'm able to utilize through Facebook. So that's amazing.
So it's basically a Facebook group, and then everybody kind of can talk to everybody within it.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. You become a member, and then you can utilize it. I've made, a lot of money and met a lot of people as far as, new customers and stuff like that through that platform. Word of mouth has been amazing. Like I said, I was a chef, I've been out here cooking for a long time. So people know me and know, that I can throw down, girl. I can throw it down. So they come. But as far as social media is concerned, Facebook is really my main outlet, excuse me.
Okay. And so when you are using Facebook, are there any tools that you use to help you create your content there?
Well, just pretty much like the reels, learning how to create videos. I'm trying to learn how to create more video content. Okay, I'm gonna get my 10-year-old to put me on to some things. Because I don't really know too much. I want to get into the TikTok scene a little bit more, well, a lot more. And well, yeah, and Instagram, making more videos. My thing is more video content for me. I want to go live more, and I want to I want to do some live cooking shows, like the virtual cooking shows and stuff. So we'll see. There's some things coming up. I don't want to speak too much. You put too much out there. Got to let it happen first, and then say, you know what I'm
doing. I'm with you. Okay. I know you talked about, kind of in the pre-show, you talked about Canva a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
Can you talk about some of the ways you
use Canva? You're right. I use Canva a lot. I use Canva to make I use it to make flyers for events or different things. I use it to make menus. I use it to make I'm actually looking into using it for a cookbook. It's such an amazing platform that you can do spread show, like PowerPoint show, presentations, a little bit of everything. Yeah. Canva is amazing. They charge me for the full, so I'm utilizing the package.
I know, right?
They offer a lot of things. They offer a vast variety of things, from flyers to documents to you can create anything. Videos, short videos. I want to learn how to use that portion of it, because you can make like reels, Instagram posts, and all that. I haven't used it to make an Instagram or Facebook post yet, like social media posts. Okay. Not yet, but it's coming. It's coming.
Yes. Everything in due time,
Right. And yep, in God's grace, I'll tell you.
Absolutely. Amen.
All of his grace.
Cool. Okay. So when we're talking about building your audience on Facebook, are you using some of that word of mouth to help do that, like to help drive people onto Facebook, or are people able to find you on Facebook and then they find you in real life, like in Johnson City? How does that kind of go for you?
A little bit of both, I would have to say. A little bit of both, because I have people calling my phone that I don't know, which is good, but they see all my information on Facebook, and they know people that know people. And this town it's a little bit big, but it's small. You know what I mean? So it's a tight-knit community, right? So it's real easy, to for the word of mouth. Like, who was doing Sweetay? Like, I heard about you. I'll be like, did I don't know, like. But it's a great thing. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it at all. Facebook has been tremendous. Being my primary source for advertising, for customers, and all of that. I wouldn't be as far as I am, as far as I got almost about 1,000 followers on my business page. Yeah. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yes, continuing to grow.
Right.
I see that you're like really big with community. That's clear for you in person as well as online. So what with that in mind, what is some advice that you would give the next generation of Black-owned business owners?
I would give them the advice to follow their dreams. Um, Follow your dreams. Don't give up on yourself. You have to believe in you in order for anybody else to believe.
That's right.
Okay? You have to believe in your vision or nobody else will. Google, utilize Google and do your research. Whatever it is that you're planning to do, um, try to look for the ins and the outs, the good and the bad, so that you're not surprised if things go left.
Right.
Just really just step into it. Just step to it. And things sometimes they might get hard, and don't be afraid to walk into a door that or to embark on something that you've never embarked on, because
Right.
sometimes doors open that you didn't even know that you were going to walk through, but they were there for you to walk through, because sometimes we don't see things, from that perspective, but we have to remember to just, and sometimes you got to walk by faith and not by sight, because I tell you, because sometimes things don't look as they seem, and then you get on the other side and you're like, oh, I had that the whole time. I had that. I
Right.
don't know what I was worried about. So
Yeah. Kind
you
of like
got
your story with the cake and making the cake for the little girl's birthday.
exactly.
Yeah,
See, you never know.
that's right. Kind of got to just make yourself
Yes,
do it just so that you can get through it and then figure
right.
out
And tap
how you
into
survive.
your local community's resources. A
Yes.
lot of the time, we don't realize that there are resources out there, geared toward what you're trying to do, or
Yeah.
somebody out there. And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
Like we all got a trial and error. We all make mistakes, but we all want to be successful too. So we got to help each other.
Yes, that's true.
Each one teach one.
Yep. And the thing I want to add to that is, when did we all get the idea in our head that we had to do it all by ourselves? Like that bootstrapping mentality, that's been going on for so long, and
That's
it's
so
not even
true.
true. Like even
Well, especially in the Black
yeah.
community, though. That's we
Yes.
because we've had to do it ourselves. So it's
Mhm.
kind of hard now to um, allow people to come in, or allow, because you're so headstrong on what you want to do, or you can do it yourself. Like I've done a lot of this by myself. Like I've had my mom, she come and help me every now and then, and my kids from now and then, but majority of the work that I do is by the lonesome. So you just gotta stay strong, lock in. If it's your goals, your real dreams, and what you want, you're gonna have to blood, sweat, and tears.
That's
And that's
true.
just it. That's it. Because it's not gonna be worth holding on or keeping or even building if you don't put the groundwork in, or if you don't scrape your knee, or get a
Yeah.
burn, or whatever it is that you gotta put the time in.
Gotta learn those lessons.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yes. So true. Okay.
Listen.
All right. Let's have a little fun.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So let's talk about something you've read, watched, or listened to that's really got you going lately.
Well, like I said, I loved. I've been reading a book called "The Purpose Driven Life" by Rick Warren, and I just like the book itself because it helps you to kind of evaluate just your life and what you really want to do, and God's purpose all in that. His purpose and His plan, and just trying to be on that path to be in your purpose, because everybody has a specific purpose in life. Now, some people miss it, some people grasp it,
Right.
you know what I mean? But we all do have a purpose. So finding that purpose and living in that purpose, you know, that's one of the books that I'm reading. Like I like to listen to TD Jakes in the morning and
Mhm.
Sarah Jakes in the morning. I like to when I wake up, or get my mind situated for the day, get a word
Yeah,
for the
I like
day,
that. It gives
get
you
a
a good
word.
frame for the day. Like start on a high note.
Right, right. Because listen, with life has a way of being a roller coaster. Okay, and you can go from a very good day to a very bad day in
Very
the blink of an
quickly.
eye.
Yes.
So if you can kind of gear yourself or set yourself up for success from the gate, at least mentally, because your mental governs everything that you are.
That's true.
So if your mental is not right, you're not going to be right. What you're doing ain't going to be right. How you doing it ain't going to be right. So your brain, you got to be right up here. You got to get the brain right first, and then everything else kind of fall into place.
That's right. Yeah.
And I believe that every day. That's why you said, give us our daily bread. Our daily bread is our daily word. So, I don't say I wake up every day and listen to it. I might be in the middle of the day and decide I'm going to turn. It all depends on, you know what I mean, where I'm at, how I'm feeling, how my levels or emotions are, for the day. And then I'll figure it out. I may listen to, I like my R&B. So you might have Usher, Keisha Cole's, Mary J. Blige going on.
Yeah.
I like feel-good music. I grew up in a house with DJs. Like my grandfather was a DJ, my uncle was a DJ. We had crates from the floor to the ceiling down the hallway of nothing but crates of records. Okay, so I grew up singing in the church choir. I love to sing as well. So you'll catch me doing a little bit of everything. I do hair, girl. Listen. I do a little bit of everything.
I like that, but I really like the idea of kind of starting off your day with inspiration. That's something I incorporate too, even for my kids. So when we're on our way to school, that's the first thing we listen to a gospel song to kind of set the tone for the day. And I've talked to my kids about this before. It's just like one of the reasons why we start the day off with gospel is just so you can kind of take those uplifting messages and take that throughout your day. You don't know what you're going to encounter while you're at school.
That's it.
But I hope that the way that you react to it is a positive way, and that that message that you started your day off with is something that can help you do that. So yeah, we get into exactly. You said what? My bad.
I said exactly.
Yeah,
you nailed it exactly.
Yes,
we need those words. We need that. We need that out here in this world these days, because there's a lot of nonsense going on that our kids are subject to. We subject to. But we just got to stay strong. So you got to keep your faith. Like if you don't have that, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, that's true. Gotta keep that mental right. Gotta keep that inspiration up. However you can get it, man. Gotta seek it out.
Listen, yes, exactly.
Yeah, but we get into the fun stuff, some more of the fun stuff too. A little R&B, a little rap sometimes, whatever.
Listen, I like Meek Mills. I could go from. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklyn girl. I could listen to. I could flow from. I like Jadakiss. I can recite just about all the lyrics to anything that I say I like. I know every word to it.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's all dependent on.
It's balance.
Right. That balance. Like it got to be a balance in life. Like got to be. It has to be everything, and everything in moderation. You know what I mean? Like because if you don't use it in moderation, it becomes a habit. It becomes who you are. So some things here, little things there. You kind of. But depending on the mood I'm in, I might go for Meek Mill. To wake up and be like, okay, I need my father right now. Like so. Hey, I'm human. You get what you see what you get. But how you say it? You get what you see.
There you go. See, yeah. You got it. You good, girl.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Nice. Okay, so just to take it up a notch. So, what's a song that's kind of like your anthem right now? Like, what should we add to the Work It Out playlist for?
Norman Hutchin.
Norman Hutchin. Okay, what song?
There's a blessing with your name on it. There's a blessing with my name on it.
Yes, I like that. Sure, that's exactly what I'm.
That's the kind of song you need to listen to when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
So that when you go out, I got chilled. Because when you go out and you tap in the cement, you don't know. So you gotta feel, and you gotta feel that that God got a blessing for you. Like it's something there for you. Like I said, sometimes you don't see your purpose. You don't see it. But you gotta ask him to come in and show you, and
ask for that guidance.
And he will, and he will reveal his purpose for your life. You just gotta ask.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and be intentional about it.
There you go. He's intentional. Hey, never fail. All
Yes.
things are working for my good. That's this other one.
Oh yeah. Yes.
All things are working
You
for
gotta
my
know it,
good.
you know?
And that's one of those songs that the meaning to that is like all things are working for my good. So even when you're going through bad times or things don't seem like they're going your way, or things just seem like, just things are just not going the way you expected them to go, or even bad,
Mm-hmm.
that they're working for your good. Sometimes we got to go through some things in order to get to some things. We got to go through some down times or go through some heartaches. It was never promised to be easy. So we're going to have to go through those things and come out on the other side.
That's right.
Victorious.
And maybe the whole purpose of that was to prepare you for what's next.
Right. You can't go out here and fight battles if you ain't never been in a battle.
That's right. That's right. I mean,
how you gonna be a warrior and you ain't never been to war?
exactly. It's not just about the
Right. So
journey. You gotta go through some
go.
stuff first. You gotta have some experience first.
That's right. That's why nobody that ain't never can't talk to me about nothing until you had that experience or learned something from it. So now you can tell me, okay, well, listen, I bump my head when I run around a corner like that. So you don't go around the corner like that because you go, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna bump your head. So
yeah.
unless you can tell me that, like a show, listen, all things are working for my good because God is intentional. That's when you said intentional. That's what came to my head because He is intentional. He really is. I've walked through doors that I had no clue were going to open, or I didn't even know that they were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kind
that part.
of thing.
Yeah.
And He's just been like, fling, fling, fling. And I'm like, oh, like you're a door. And I want to thank you for opening your door.
Of course.
To
Yes.
Sweetays. Okay? Yes,
Yeah.
you are. You are a door. You are a blessing, something that I didn't know even existed until you inboxed me. You know what I mean? I didn't know Bob's on the Burbs was a thing. Now I am so humbled by it, So look at that. That, like, again, a door that I had no clue was going to open. And again, thank you for your door.
I appreciate you saying that. Oh my gosh, that touched me.
No, it's from here. It's from here, honey. All from my heart.
I appreciate you.
It's well deserved, babe girl. Well deserved.
Well, let's keep the good vibes going. Let's end on the last couple good notes here. So, where can people find Sweetays online?
Well, we're on Facebook at Sweetays, SweeTaysLLC. We have our website is www.sweetaysllc.com. We're on Instagram at Sweetays as well. That's about it.
Okay. That's plenty. So perfect.
As of now, for now, we're going to be nationwide soon. Speaking it.
That's right. That's the first step.
Speaking into existence.
And then before we close out, what's one thing that people can do right now to support your business?
Please come and follow Sweetays LLC on Facebook. I will be loading up all different kinds of things and where we'll be at and all these upcoming lovely summer days that we're about to have.
Yes,
so stay tuned because we're going to be doing classes. We're going to be doing some things. So just stay locked in with us. Like us on Facebook and Instagram. And help us sweeten up the world one treat at a time.
Yes. That's right. I love it. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. This has been so fun.
Well, I appreciate you.
All right, my people, that brings us to the end of this episode of Bob's and the Burbs. To enjoy more interviews like this one, please subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your podcast player of choice. You can also follow ALJ Digital Marketing on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook for updates. I will add Chantay's social channels and links to the show notes, so please take a moment to check that out. Thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, remember, we out here too. Bye.